Welcome to the land of writing job in tech. I am Kimoy, and I'm super excited that you decided to sign up for this mini course. I will be sharing with you some tips and strategies on how you can land a writing job in tech. All of this information is easily accessible from my website, keepingupwithkimoy.com. So you can always go there for additional information and resources. So in today's mini course, I am going to cover a few things. First of all, I'll give an introduction about why I am doing this course, first of all, and also what strategies have I used, and I will show you the results that I gained from those strategies to help me land multiple writing jobs in the tech industry. Next, I will show you basically who are the people that actually write in tech. A lot of people know tech to be very focused on engineers and developers and product designers, but there are also people whose focus is really on writing. So I want to share some of those professions with you and how you can match those skills with the jobs that are available today. Then I will share with you some tips on how you can update your resume and your LinkedIn profile so that you can be more appealing to recruiters and hiring managers looking for writers in tech. And lastly, I will show you how you can connect with recruiters to improve the efficiency of your job search, which is basically my secret formula for landing writing jobs, but basically almost any job in tech. So make sure you watch all of the videos in this mini course. So first of all, I want to talk about some of the very common mistakes that a lot of people make when they are applying for writing jobs in tech. Most people have no strategy. I think a lot of people use the old school way of doing things. They tend to go to websites, see like who the top tech giants are, and then try to apply that way, or maybe try to connect with a friend who works at the company in hopes that the friend puts in a referral. So a lot of these old school strategies people tend to use, which I don't think is as efficient and effective as the formula that I'm going to share with you throughout this course. Another common mistake that people make is using networking as their only strategy to finding a job. And when I say networking, what I mean is by going to local conferences or networking events, or maybe showing up in Facebook groups or LinkedIn groups on occasion to see what opportunities are available. And while I do feel like those are that's a great strategy that you can use to supplement your core job search strategy, I don't think it should be the only strategy because you are basically gambling and hoping that the right person um, who is offering the right position will be at the same event or in the same group that you are in at the right moment. Like the odds are not in your favor. So that's a really common mistake that many people tend to make. Another one is basically going to different company websites and applying for jobs, filling out these really long, boring job applications, and you're not really sure what happens after you submit your application. You don't even know if the listing is updated. You don't even know if anybody has received your application. You may get the automatic response, but you don't know if somebody actually read it. So again, this is a really old school way of doing things, and it's very ineffective. Along the same lines, people tend to go, especially writers, and especially writers tend to go to freelance websites or freelance job boards, And instead of actually applying for jobs, it's more like you're competing for jobs. But again, it takes a lot of time because for some of the websites, you have to put together this complete pitch and a proposal, and then you have to put the amount that you're willing to offer your services for. So then you have people who can outbid you by a few pennies. So essentially, you're competing for pennies on the dollar. I mean, that is just not the way that you want to portray your skills as a valued writer. So definitely a huge mistake, and there are so many courses today on freelancing that teaches this strategy, and it really grinds my nerves. But people tend to use it a lot, and I don't think that they are getting the results that they are hoping for. And lastly, the most common mistake I see a lot of people, writers included, is not going the extra mile to stand out. And what I mean by that is there are a ton of writers, right? Um, and there are a ton of job opportunities. But how are you going to distinguish yourself from all of the other writers who have the same experience as you do, or who may have a similar portfolio? What exactly are you going to do to stand out? And I think this is one of the easiest fixes to your mistakes if you're one of them, and also it's the most impactful. So I made those mistakes too. So it took me a while to realize that there is a better way of standing out and finding a job and using this particular strategy for success. So I've used it for myself and for others and have achieved really great results, which I will show you in the next few slides. So what I do today is I am a content strategist, and I also help people find jobs. And the reason I do this is I get a ton of emails and phone calls from recruiters on a regular basis. When I'm on the market, I get emails and calls on a daily basis. And the truth be told, I can't fulfill all of those really cool writing opportunities. So this is why I've decided to share my skills, share my strategy, so that I can essentially help other people fulfill these jobs. Like, I can't do it all. So if you are interested in this career path, then I really, really want you to invest in these courses and the information that I'm sharing with you, and run with it and have fun in this career, because the opportunities are really, really cool. So my backstory, the most recent one, is that in 2016, I took a 10-month break from work and I decided to travel around the world. So this is what really was the eureka moment, the aha moment for me, was that even though I took this long break from work, I used my formula, my strategy, and I was able to get a job within, I think, 2 months maximum of searching, right? So I've used this formula before, but I didn't have such a long break. Like, I didn't take that long in between jobs. But this time I voluntarily left my job. And usually recruiters would see that as a negative, but somehow using my strategies, I was still able to effectively land a contract with Google and other top companies. So what I'm going to show you are actually emails. This is what my inbox looked like when I started searching for a job. I was in Argentina at the time. This was in February of 2016. And I want to show you what my inbox looks like. So if you look on the right, I'm going to show you, this is the week of April 18th. And at this point, I had already had an offer from Google. So you can see in the subject that I was looking for technical writing positions. And these are emails from multiple recruiters that have sent me opportunities. And here you will see from April 18th going back to the end of March, you can see there's still additional opportunities and more recruiters that are basically every single day, multiple times a day, I'm getting emails. And this is just emails. I was also getting phone calls. And then this is back towards early March. So you can see this is when I started to get the opportunities flowing in the inbox from recruiters on a daily basis. So before we get into the next video, I wanted to share this huge tip with you that really hit home for me. And I met with a recruiter here at Google. It was just a networking event, and he was the most profound statement he made to help people kind of do the extra mile was he said that if you are not being contacted by a recruiter at least once a month, you are not doing something right. Like you're doing something wrong. So that kind of like hit the nail on the head for me. Like, yeah, look at my inbox. I'm getting recruiters emailing me and calling me every day. So I'm definitely doing something right. So if you aren't experiencing that and you are on the market for a job, especially a writing job in tech, then you definitely want to stay tuned for the next videos. So in the upcoming video, I'm going to share with you what the opportunities are in tech and how you can basically map your skills to those jobs using the free worksheet that came with this with your registration for this course. So make sure you check your email so that you get access to the worksheet. All right? I'll see you in the next video.